Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete. Hello. It's us, just a show to come for the ball, where we bring you the weekly world of the weird as we found on the World Wide Web this week.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook at Come for the Ball and the Post-Truth Apocalypse, YouTube Apocalypse Ball, and SoundCloud and Spotify and all your other podcasting platforms.
I just saw the headline of the first one. Thanks for baby love. So she's back!
She's back again.
It's Come for the Ball and the PTA, and yes, the Asparamacer is back. It's the Euro 2024 prediction, guys. The asparagus has spoken.
It just made... I couldn't help but chuckle when I saw it. Oh God, it's here again.
The asparagus has spoken. England will win the Euros.
Oh, they will?
Oh, right.
Exactly. She's gone all out and said we're going to win.
A woman who correctly predicted Brexit and the Queen's death using asparagus has made a bold prediction for England's chances at Euro 2024. Jemima Packingham, 67, is the only Asparamacer in the world and has practiced the skill her entire life after inheriting the ability from her aunt who could read tea leaves. It's nothing to do with asparagus though, is it? Most recently, she has successfully predicted the return of Nigel Farage to British politics.
That wasn't hard to predict.
Turns up like a fucking bad smell every time you have an election.
As soon as he went on to I'm a Celeb to get me out of here, I was like, he'll be back in politics next year.
And she said he'd announce he'd lead the Reform Party, which he was always going to fucking do, because every time he says I'm out, he comes back in for an election.
He wasn't going to lead the Greens, was he?
Well, exactly. He wasn't going to be miraculously voted to lead of the Labour Party, was he?
No, he's already got one fascist leader.
Oh, fuck
Hey.
And as England head into Euro 2024 in Germany is one of the favourites to win the tournament, Jemima has revealed what her asparagus are telling her will happen. Speaking to the Manchester Evening News, she said, I've had lots of people asking me how England might do at the Euros, and I've been analysing the spears very closely. And they keep pointing to three words in particular. It's coming home.
It's coming home.
It's coming. Football's coming home.
Do you know what though?
We shouldn't sing it, it's bad luck.
Oh, I didn't believe before, but now I believe it.
Oh, you believe in it?
I do think it would be fucking that even bit more sweet if they did win in Germany.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Oh.
It would make that Euro that little bit more sweet.
Or we go out in the group stage and asparagus is a fucking liar.
There is.
that's
good
probably
chance
more
of
likely
that.
happening. Isn't
Well,
it?
after Iceland won all the other day.
1-0.
Sorry, 1-0. Yeah.
Apparently, she's given our chances of success a rate between 75 and 90%.
Well, that's what the spears tell her.
It's not that accurate, this Asparamacer, is it really?
I thought you said she was going to win a minute.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
100%.
Now she's pulling it back now, 75 to 90% sure. But she did say the Scots had failed, but that doesn't
Well,
take
that's...
you serious.
Well, I can tell you that. The spears keep giving positive readings. England are going to do very well. I think we'll see us winning it. As for Scotland, no comment. My technique has not changed and I still cast the asparagus spears and interpret the patterns in them. Seeing the patterns for me is instantaneous. Possibly that's because of all the years of practice. I go through my predictions each year and think, yep, that's happened, yep, that's happened. Occasionally I get one slightly off or I haven't quite read it correctly, but I'm never far off. So look, if she's right, it's coming home. We need to stop saying it's coming home though, it's fucking bad luck.
Yeah.
It's never done us any good, has it?
No. Just stop. All England fans, stop saying it's coming home.
Well, we said
It's
it when
fucking
the girls
bad
won.
luck.
We said it when the girls won.
This is the men's team we're talking about though. The girls are more reliable.
Yeah.
They actually turn up and play sometimes.
Let's hope they're on it, eh?
Oh god, that Iceland game was one of the worst games of football I've seen in my life.
Glad
It was
I didn't-
terrible.
Glad I didn't watch.
It was absolutely atrocious. It was atrocious. Right, so yeah, it's coming home apparently or not.
Can you say it again?
I know, I can't go. It might be coming home, it probably won't.
Well, it's
Probably not.
definitely not now because he said it 7 times.
Well, anyway, the Euros are approaching and I'm cautiously optimistic.
Right, next up.
Got a good team. Any good chances, any.
BBC issue sincere apology as they pulled D-Day programme from iPlayer.
Obviously, we had the 80th anniversary of D-Day last week. Big day. Not many people left now, is there?
Not many at all. Every year it just gets more, like,
Dead.
Well, no. Every year it gets sadder because there are less, and you think, well, it's not gonna be long before there are none.
That's it.
And that isn't it. We're talking the next decade, guaranteed.
I'd actually checked this out this week. There's like 300,000 left in Britain, apparently, as of a couple of years ago.
So they're all like 90...
In their 90s, yeah.
95,
Massively in their 90s.
96 plus kind of thing.
Like, there's only about 150,000 left in America, weirdly.
It's more than I thought there would be.
Yeah?
Me too, actually. I suppose that speaks for the quality of NHS.
Yeah. Well.
When you can get it.
So yeah, the BBC has issued an apology after an off-camera worker made an offensive comment during a special programme commemorating the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Broadcaster Kirsty Young anchored the special programme, honouring the 80th anniversary of D-Day landings in Normandy, but as the programme got underway, Young introduced a military band for viewers at home, while also explaining there was assistance for those with visual impairments. But as the programme, live from Commonwealth War Graves Cemetery in Bayeux, France started, the cameras soon cut to a clip of a military band performing. But off camera, an unknown man could be heard saying French arseholes.
I don't see why anyone should have to apologise or pull anything.
Say it as you see it, innit? You know?
I love it.
You know, the best thing was, like, the Paras did a drop into France, and the French set up a table in the field and made them stamp their passports. It's like, man, no one here the first time round, was there, you fucks? Didn't see a Frenchman at all then, back then, I'm sure.
French arsehole.
Oh, it's true though, isn't it? They are arseholes.
Yeah, and I'm even happy to say that on air. French are arseholes. Simple as. Cheese eating.
Come on.
Cheese eating surrender monkeys.
Come on.
I don't know, I've not met enough French people, to be honest. I think it's just a stereotype, lazy stereotyping.
I think they're lovely.
I've come across a few and they've all been dicks.
Was that the
very
gay
up themselves. They are very up themselves.
They just sound like that because they're
No,
French.
no. They are very up themselves. Especially if they're Parisian.
It is worth pointing out that after the war, it was virtually impossible to find someone who hadn't been with the French resistance, even though their numbers weren't that high. There was a lot of collaboration going on, and a lot of people covered their backs. You know? But, you know, what can you do?
It didn't just happen in France, it didn't happen in a lot of countries.
No, that's where we get the term quisling from. Denmark. You know, quisling, someone who sides with the opposition forces and becomes their best mate. That was their prime minister in World War II, like called Quisling.
Alright.
He's completely just went, yep, okay, whatever you want. I
I'm
want
saying
you know.
The French weren't the only ones, were they?
No, they weren't. They were just the biggest nation to do it.
Second strongest military power. Strongest military power in Europe at the time of the outbreak in 39.
The French?
Yeah.
They were a lot fucking bigger than us.
You know, everyone, you know, the Germans weren't militarily strong, and you know, the Maginot Line. France had the biggest army in Europe.
France could have held a lot better than they did.
They could have done a lot better job.
A hell of a lot better than they did, but they just didn't.
But still.
Arseholes, isn't they?
Past is past, eh?
They are arseholes. Let's reminisce. Let's fly the flag a second. Who liberated you, Frenchies? You ate that, didn't you? You ate it. Right.
We're ending for French bashing now. Can we move on?
Waterloo, Agincourt, Cressy. Yeah, we're done.
I love the French, really. I was only joking.
I don't.
A man spotted eating raw mince on a train, but then things get even worse.
Oh dear, this raw
Right.
mince.
Yeah.
A London transport user was left horrified when she spotted a man eating a packet of raw minced beef on an overground train, claiming he tried to get another passenger involved too.
It was just Hannibal Lecter. It's beef, honestly.
In a picture posted on Reddit, a man seen holding a chunk of meat in one hand while flicking through his mobile with the other,
Just dead nonchalant, just eating raw mince.
all while perched nonchalantly on his seat, resting barefoot.
Oh, he's even got his shoes off on the train. I fucking hate that.
Bloody hell.
Surrounded by Waitrose and Argos shopping bags, another bloke is sat right next to him who allegedly coaxed by the meat muncher to dig into his raw mince too.
Also,
Sharing her gruesome encounter under the weird subreddit, a baffled woman wrote, "This man is eating raw minced beef on an overground and trying to get the next guy to take a bite." Wow.
Oh man.
So we've got pictures as well. Oh, he looks quite smartly dressed. He's wearing sort of beige khaki trousers and
a shirt.
Blue collared shirt, isn't it?
Doesn't go with
flip-flops.
Doesn't go with the flip flops and bare feet though, does it?
One flip flop off, and then he's got his foot on the thingy on the chair. Nice.
Oh, bare feet on the train. Ugh.
and eating raw mince.
At least it's Waitrose mince, though.
Yeah.
That is true.
So did she not ask him? Well, scroll down a little bit. What did she do?
Nothing. That's it, really.
It's not good for you though, is it?
No, can't be. Didn't
No,
even
the NHS warns that scoffing raw meat might land you with toxoplasmosis.
That's a shitter.
Yeah.
Or many other parasites that are living.
Yeah, it's not just a dodgy tummy, but confusion, blurred vision, slurred speech, and unsteadily walking too. They getting drunk off it.
What's cheaper, 10 pints of beer or a pack of raw mince? It's a raw mince, isn't it?
Not from Waitrose, it ain't.
No, not from Waitrose.
Still, huh?
Maybe little meat.
Little mince. Could be Netto. Scandinavian for food poisoning.
That don't look like the nicest minced beef right there, does it either?
Well, I think that's just. I don't think that's the actual mince
No,
beef.
it's just
I
a stock
know,
photo.
but it doesn't look like the nicest minced beef.
I've seen prettier mince beef. You're right.
She could have at least like gone, "Oh mate, that's raw. It's fucking raw."
She could have.
Done a Gordon Ramsay on it.
But no, clearly she'd rather just post it to the internet.
In disgust.
In disgust.
Weirdos.
Interesting.
Well, you get all sorts on the train.
Yeah.
Even French people. Arseholes.
Another callback tonight from an earlier article.
Oh man.
Remember this one?
Just about.
It's your article, Pete.
Read. Damn you.
So a worm frozen for 46,000 years, been brought back to life, has started to have babies.
No, not today. Not today, worms.
The worm is thought to possibly belong to the species that went extinct 50,000 years ago, and when it was revived, is understood to have given birth without needing a mate.
Well, they're clearly fucking brain worms, aren't they?
Like the one that was in RFK.
So the microscopic worm.
Did you know about that?
RFK had a brain worm.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And that part of his brain.
Oh yeah.
All
Yes.
over the news. He was known.
Who?
RFK.
Well, I'll give you a hint. FK, JFK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Kennedy Jr., isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running for president of the United States.
Is he?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it though, would you?
No, that's the issue. It's because it's independent. Democrats wouldn't have him.
So anyway, the
Yeah,
microscopic...
and he had a worm in his
Oh.
head, and it had part of his brain.
Oh, okay.
That was all over the news. So.
Oh, cool.
There we go.
So the microscopic worm was found in deep freeze by scientists after close to 5
Millennium old. Decamillennium old. Something
A
like that.
very long time on ice.
50,000 years, I hear.
Yeah. He's trying to
Yeah.
be smart.
Close to 5 decamillennia.
This is in the Daily Star. How do
know,
they try
yeah.
and be
Yeah.
smart?
So basically 50,000 years
Yeah.
of ice. When it was revived, scientists were flabbergasted. When they brought it back to life, it started giving birth, a process called, oh, for fuck's sake, parthenogenesis, because it doesn't need a mate. So the worm described as a nematode is understood to have spent those years dormant in a state called cryptobiosis, and it can last for an indefinite amount of time,
Yeah.
and sees all metabolic processes paused, including what has been described as University of Hawaii as reproduction, development and repair.
Ooh. I say not today, 50,000-year-old worms. I get a shovel, I get them all in a tray of soil, and you just smack the shit out of it.
Wonder if these worms are a danger.
That's why I'm smacking the shit out of them with a shovel.
Have you ever seen the series Fortitude?
No.
Okay, well they found some wasp larvae under the ice, and it was an unknown sort of species of lost wasp or something, and it injected a parasite into you, sort of turned you into sort of a zombie thing.
That's a shitter.
Can't quite remember it now, it was a few years ago, but yeah, it was a Sky One.
Oh, that was about, was it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't show that much in the adverts for that. Oh well. Okay, well, either way, I say no. I mean, yeah, get the technology to bring stuff back.
Mammoths and shit like that.
No, I don't want mammoths roaming
Well,
around. I don't
worth
want
it.
dinosaurs trying to. It's deadly.
Nah,
Jurassic
mammoths.
Park has showed us this.
Mammoths would actually make our world much more biodiverse in lots of different ways. They could put mammoths on like swamplands, and it would basically they could bring back swamplands into decent, proper, thriving places. And
Yeah, we
things
start-
like
They're
that.
on about
rampage.
bringing them back for the, what they call
The methane fields and that, isn't it? It's all around
the
that.
steppe, isn't it? It's in Siberia.
Yeah, it's around like where all those natural methane fields are, isn't it?
Yeah,
And they reckon that
releasing all
they would
methane.
help it.
Yeah.
Are we going to start them rampaging into towns and skewering people on their forks?
Big,
Nets and
yeah,
guns.
nets.
Big nets, eh? Big nets.
No, just fucking, just fences.
Yeah, electric fences, like
So they're increasing our energy usage.
They'll create the energy with their shits. So it'll be renewable
The
shit.
mammoth
No,
shits, mate,
now
the
I have to
mammoth
live in a
shits.
town that's surrounded by electric fences, which is pretty much just a camp.
No, it's pretty much desolate lands where they're thinking of putting
Yeah.
them.
It's uninhabited,
We're
mate.
talking like the big parts of Russia and Siberia.
So
and
not
places
putting them in
like that.
Telford then.
No.
No.
Oh, well.
Not
Siberian steppe, mate. It's,
Not planning on it.
Oh, okay. Where Rasputin is from.
But they are genuinely
Yeah.
trying to do it, though. They are trying to do it. They reckon
Ugh.
they're very close to proper making mammoths again.
Yeah, they have to use elephant DNA, don't they?
Yeah.
In the pack.
Mammoth's okay.
They use their elephant as the main chunk, and then add that little bit of DNA that they've managed to recover, and that potentially will be creating a form of mammoth.
No velociraptors though.
No,
No.
it's too far gone.
Yeah, no
Even
DNA.
the mammoth, there's only been a very, very few samples that have been
Intact,
actually had an intact DNA strand.
What about if they get loads of DNA strands and put them together to create a super dinosaur?
They
There's no DNA from dinosaurs.
nothing. It's
Well, was it
impossible
frogs
for it
as
to have
well?
The
Was it-
ones in amber, that's all bollocks.
Yeah, it's impossible for it to have survived.
DNA
Are you telling me
30 to
Dr.
40,000
Alan
years.
Grant, Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Ellie Hardy lied to me,
Well, they didn't lie to you.
And-
They were lied to.
and what's his face,
It's the,
John
the,
Hammond.
The Chinese guy who was...
Oh, Dr. Wu.
Yeah.
Literally,
He's
the
the one-
only ones that are viable are like the very, very last mammoths before they were extinct.
Yeah.
The ones is like 10,000 years, kind of that kind of age. Anything beyond that, it's
DNA
just
doesn't
so
survive.
knackered. It's just impossible.
Well, okay, but I'm glad.
I reckon you watched the same documentary as I did.
But they can give chicken teeth.
Well, that's up down. That's not a thing we want to do.
no, we want that.
And lips.
Lips, you say?
Perfect ones.
Blowjob lips. I'm giving this chicken blowjob lips. Because I'm a scientist.
I'm picturing it now. Oh,
What are you
God.
curing cancer? Why are you giving a chicken blowjob lips?
So I get blowjobs from chickens, why else?
Brings a whole new meaning to go fuck a chicken, doesn't it?
It's like the four-assed monkey, innit? You've not been a South Park buff, have you?
Yeah. Well, alright. So, no dinosaurs, but mammoths are okay.
It seems a potential possibility.
But no to the brainworms.
Does that bring in saber-toothed tigers and things like that, though, within the same potential
Right.
reincarnation?
Why do you want to bring saber-toothed tigers back?
Well, no, but you wouldn't. But some crazy motherfucker might want to try. And that could be almost be a little bit Jurassic Parky, couldn't it?
It could. I think you mean to read that again.
I've got it somewhere.
I've got it.
I've got that book somewhere.
It's a double header with Congo.
Oh, okay.
Jurassic Park and Congo in one volume. Good books, actually. Some bits I wish they kept from the films, like, you know. But still. Right. Let's end the show there. I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Have a great night. Don't drink the flavour aid.
You want to finish that?
Don't join a call.
There you go. I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Thanks for listening. And fuck you all.
Oh, it could be. It's a woolly mammoth on the go, not fucking words. You don't want old words getting resurrected.
Great.